Welcome back to ELN Local News. The 21st ranked ELN men's soccer team earned a big win Friday night over College of Charleston with CAA championship playoffs on the line. Our Rachel Ellis recaps the game and tells us where the team goes from here.
Saturday night was senior night for the men's soccer team, but little did they know it would be more special than they imagined. Tied at 0 and heading into an extra time period with College of Charleston, the team found out Colonial Athletic Association leader Hofstra had lost and that they were playing for a share of the conference championship.
There's obviously a lot of different scenarios riding on the game. But it was just really trying to take the pressure off the players, trying to get them to just kind of play the way we want to play and execute the game plan we had. That's easier said than done when there's a lot of pressure on them.
The Phoenix dominated for most of the game, but just couldn't seem to find the back of the net, a trend that continued into the overtime period. But right when it seemed the match would end in a tie, ELN struck gold.
Into the box, far post, that's a header.
With just over a minute to go, a cross into the box from senior James Brace found senior Nathan Deal, who headed it home to send the team and the crowd into a frenzy.
There was a lot of frustration in the atmosphere. We weren't putting away shots, but in the end, our grit and our determination and our motivation to win really carried us through.
Deal's goal gave ELN the 1-0 win and a share of the CAA title with Hofstra. But while it gave the Phoenix a perfect ending to senior night, the team still has goals to accomplish. The Phoenix will head to New York in a few weeks for the CAA tournament and a chance to avenge a 1-0 loss to co-champion Hofstra from earlier in the season.
I think we've got some unfinished business there, especially after last week. So going from there, it's definitely a national tournament, and seeing how far we can go in that, we've got a real togetherness at the minute. So there's no reason why we can't go on.
Rachel Ellis, ELN Local News.
ELN closes out its regular season on Wednesday from Rudd Field when it hosts Radford in a game rescheduled from earlier this season. Now you see him on coaching now, but in his youth, head men's basketball coach Matt Matheny was known for tossing a pigskin around. Our Andrew Feather took a blast from the past to learn more.
While most people are used to seeing ELN men's basketball coach Matt Matheny on a court like this, he actually got his start in college athletics on the football field. After graduating high school in 1989, Matheny accepted a football scholarship to Davidson College, where he played quarterback and receiver during a 5-year career.
My senior year, our team was really good, not necessarily because I was a great quarterback, but our team was really good, and we went undefeated. And as a result, I got recruited to play football at Davidson.
Though his career numbers as a quarterback at Davidson didn't stand out, his work ethic and leadership did. This caused Mike McIntyre, now the head coach at the University of Colorado, to offer Matheny a job at the pro level. The catch, however, it was in Germany.
He said, would you have any interest in going to Germany and playing American football during the summer? And I was really surprised, but it didn't take but a second to say, yes, absolutely, I'd love to do it. And it's turned out to be one of the best experiences of my life.
In Germany, Matheny had more success. There, he quarterbacked the Deggendorf Blackhawks to back-to-back championships. In 1993, he led them to a 9-1 record and the Landesliga title, and in 1994, a 7-1 record in the Bayernliga. Matheny says his time in Germany has helped him in his current job.
I had to get used to how to talk and interact with people. It has definitely helped me as a coach.
But even being the head coach didn't stop his players and other coaches from critiquing his game tape.
I'm just going to have to say from his highlight tape that I'm very glad he chose basketball instead.
I didn't see much of a cannon arm. I don't know if I saw a pass further than 25 yards.
I would say his arm strength was very limited.
There was a definite career there, and I definitely blame the lack of an internet for him not being drafted.
But Matheny says his football days now are limited to just tossing around the pigskin. Andrew Feather, ELN Local News.
And you can catch Coach Matheny and the men's basketball team on November 5th for an exhibition game against William Peace University in Alumni Gym. Now, there are jobs and then there are dream jobs. And this weekend, I found 2 ELN alumni whose dream jobs took them to the racetrack.
There's a lot to experience at a NASCAR race. The roaring of the engines, the whistling of the machines, and the smell of burnt rubber. While this controlled chaos may be overwhelming for some, it's just another day at the track for ELN alumni Andrew Dowd and Annette Randall.
I always knew I wanted to do something with cars, something in motorsports. Wasn't quite sure what, and my avenue that I found was through television.
A 2007 graduate, Dowd now works as a reporter for Fox Sports 1 in Charlotte. a job he's wanted since he was a kid.
When I was about 10 years old or so, my aunt and uncle took me to my first race at Dover. The second I went to the race, I was absolutely hooked.
Just down the infield works 2005 graduate Annette Randall, who represents one of NASCAR's most popular drivers, Danica Patrick.
I manage Danica's weekly schedule at the racetrack, all the media interviews, all the requests that we get throughout the week, each week for her. I kind of oversee all of that stuff.
Racing also happens to run in the family.
I grew up going to races with my dad. He worked on a short track car when I was little, so I would go every weekend with him and hang out in pits and help him with whatever he needed doing that weekend.
A NASCAR garage is loud, crowded, and crazy, and while a lot of us may not be used to this kind of environment, for Dowd and Randall, it's a workplace they always dreamed of. I know it's so cliche to say it's a dream come true, but it's so often I'm at the track or during the week, and I just take a minute and pause and kind of look at where I'm at and how fortunate I am to be there.
And for those looking to get into the communications field, a word of advice.
Work hard.
And
stay hungry. It's a very difficult business to not only get in, but stay in.